It's kind of like medicine in a way. Like if I'm feeling bad or sad or something, I just force myself to play my guitar and it makes me feel a lot better about life. And I like figuring out which notes match my particular emotion at the time. So my songwriting process tends to be very physical. I write a song just by putting my hands on the guitar.
Is this I don't know, but tonight I'm gonna find out. Is this I don't know, but tonight I'm gonna find out.
Thank you.
Well, I think a lot of people in America started playing music in 3rd grade on the recorder. And I got a guitar for Christmas from my mom. And then when I was in middle school, I started playing electric guitar. I just listened to a lot of bands that played electric guitar. And I wanted to be in a band, so figured that was the logical thing to do. In high school, I played a show. This is a really vivid memory in my mind. I was playing in a band called Code Rainbow with my friend Fabi Reina, and after the show, this guy came up and he was like, "Hey, you guys are really awesome for being girls." And at the time, I was like, "Oh, thanks." I took that as a compliment. Fabi got really pissed off, and I didn't understand why. But yeah, I definitely grew up with a set of beliefs that if weren't challenged, I would have always thought they were normal for everyone. I feel like I was a feminist before I learned that there was a word for it. I guess when I started identifying as a feminist was when I found out that there was a need to have a word for it. I found feminism in that in-between place where I felt like I was being pressured to choose between being a stereotype of what is feminine and being all masculine, and I felt like that pressure to make that choice was unnecessary. I didn't understand why I couldn't just, be myself that I always was, and why going through puberty all of a sudden that wasn't okay anymore. I don't know if anyone else has been told this in the band, but I have been told multiple times by some people on the music business side to play up my sexiness, which I've rejected every time. No, I'm just not gonna do that. I started wearing baggy pants and baggy shirts at shows, and I was told to wear more dresses. I said no. I do wear dresses sometimes when I feel like it, because You know, I like dresses too, but, you know, that's not really anyone else's decision. It's something that's been hard to articulate for me, but the more I think about it, the more obvious it is that, like, yeah, you sexualize yourself to appeal to males, and people think that that will make you a more successful musician than if you appeal to females. There's still the whole thing of, you know, you're incapable until proven capable. You start at a lower expectation. In my mind, when I'm performing, like, besides regular stage fright and not wanting to mess up because I want to represent my music well, there's also the fear in the back of my mind that if I mess up, then I am perpetuating a negative stereotype about women. And hopefully one day that pressure will not be there. Like, oh, I'm not sexist because I don't believe in sexism. I hear that argument a lot, and it's really counterproductive because it is telling women that you are being crazy and your opinion is not real, and I don't respect your reality. So my best advice to people who don't believe that it's real is to talk to more women instead of just going from your own experience. Just talk to the people who have had these experiences. Because, you know, your life is not a representation of everyone's life.
You are